Hey everybody, it's Val. It's been 2 weeks since we closed on our house and started working on all of our projects. I thought I would do a walkthrough and show the current status of things. We're making great progress, although it's certainly moving at a slower pace than I had hoped. Also, we're making progress and it's okay considering what we've done in 2 weeks. Not too bad, I don't think. So I'll make my way through the house and show you. So one thing we did throughout the house, first thing, was take up all the carpet. So all the carpet has been taken up out of every room. And you can see we've put some paint samples on the wall. We're still slightly undecided about the paint. We had a little challenge here because these built-in shelves were built in on top of carpet. So it took a little bit of extra time to carve out the carpet right around the edge of that. But I think we're gonna manage that okay, aren't we? Yes. In this room, all we've done is take up the carpet. I did spray some Kills on the floor and some spots just in case they were like urine stains from pets. We had a dark spot in the floor that I'm working on before we cover that up with flooring. And we've got our setup in here for cutting trim and stuff. Hannah and I have learned how to use a table saw and how to use a jigsaw. And another saw, I don't even know what it's called.
Me neither. And a nail gun.
And a nail gun.
All kinds of things.
So we've done the most work in the back part of the house. So the 3 bedrooms all have the flooring down, and Jessica's room has been painted and is almost done. I need to do one more receptacle swap out, but otherwise it's done. So let's go take a look. We're real happy with how the floor turned out. I was a little bit nervous about making such a bold decision on the flooring, but
we really like it. It's turned out to look really well.
yeah. And Hannah has been prepping in here. This is going to be her room. What all have you done, Hannah?
Well, we took up the carpet and we laid the floor. I washed the walls, the trim on the ceiling and around the baseboards, and I cut and laid all the shoe mold for baseboard.
And did you also caulk it some?
And caulked it, yes.
What might you do today?
I might paint the trim.
Next, we'll visit Jessica's room. I think it has turned out so beautiful. We absolutely love the paint color. It's actually got a slight blue tint. The paint finish is pretty, we just love it. We added the shoe mold, painted all the trim, floor and ceiling, painted the closet doors. I painted in the closet. Yesterday we switched out the light switch and these receptacles. I was short one, so I still have one to do. And lastly, we have the primary bedroom.
We had put in 3.5 rows of flooring here, and things just weren't lining up. There was space, it just wasn't clicking in properly. Today it's gonna be all magical and perfect.
Hannah finished up the floor yesterday in here. She did such a great job. So that's all we've done in here is take the carpet out, put the flooring down. I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup first thing, and then I've gotta empty out one of the rooms where we're gonna lay floors next and do some floor prep. The floor's uneven. I've gotta screw the floor down in some places and just kind of level it out. And I would love it if we could start actually laying some floor in there. And then Granddad said he was gonna come by today and help measure and cut trim for this room. So when he gets here, Hannah will help him with that. That's the plan. So what do you wanna do? You wanna lay it down?
Yeah. Or just like carry, I don't know, or just like carry it on that side.
That's what I meant.
Okay. I meant one of these sides.
Like up and down?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, whatever. Granddad was here and he helped us get a chalk line nice and straight so we can hopefully keep our tiles running right down the middle, planks, whatever. We're real excited to get this room done or to get started on this room. Fingers crossed that it goes smoothly and we don't have any major snafus. It is 5:42 and we are, what?
Done.
So tired.
Okay. Yes.
Let me show you what we got done today. Check it out. Woo. Yeah.
It's encouraging.
So we got a lot done.
Yeah.
It took a while to do floor prep. We didn't even mark our straight line until sometime after lunch, right? Yeah. I feel a little bit renewed today. I took the whole day off yesterday for the first time since we bought the house. I laid in bed almost the whole day, rested, and just tried to recover some. I had been feeling awful, almost like I had the flu, but it wasn't the flu. It was just fatigue. So today I feel better. We're back to get started again on the floor. This is where we ended up last. Granddad's on his way. I'm not sure what he's going to be working on today. We have some security people coming today to discuss a plan to create the best security system for our needs. And then Nani's going to come later with some kind of homemade goodies, some corn salad or something. I don't know exactly what it's called, but we'll be doing that. Hannah and I have already been to the paint store this morning and picked up paint. She's going to be painting her room this morning. And I'm going to work on the floor in here and also in my bedroom. I'm going to nail down the trim that Granddad and Hannah cut. So we've got a full day. We're going to try to do as much as we can to this floor so we can move on and get the last room done. Once we get the floors done and the trim cut and we can stop using the saw on a regular basis, then I'm gonna bring Zoe over and Hannah will bring Daryl and we'll let them kind of check out the house. I just don't want Zoe to come until some of this big stuff is like the saw and the shop vac is out of the house because she's scared of everything. Here we go, we're gonna get started. We took a lunch break. I want to show you all the progress that we made before lunch. It's going really well today. So I've got what I consider to be a pretty good swath of the flooring done, and Granddad was here and did the edge pieces for me by the doorways, the door facing, whatever, and those look great. So I'm going to keep working on that. And back here, what you done back here?
I've painted all my trim and the inside of my door. I'm getting ready to paint my walls.
Yay, I can't wait. Hey everybody, it's a new day. Today we're going to be working on the flooring in this room. This room is the room we're calling our living room. And we're putting down LVP. So we're just now starting floor prep. Another day I did do kills. I've got a little area down here of some minor damage I'm gonna work on before we get started. But I've been cleaning with the shop vac. Hannah's gonna go through and work on any nails that are sticking up. We'll be screwing down some of the subfloor that's sticking up a little bit. We're going to put the LVP on top of this little area of hardwood. So if we need to, we might have to sand an edge to make that be smooth. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, that's what we're gonna get into today. We hope that we can do the floor prep and start laying flooring today. We don't expect to finish this room today. Let's go. I thought I would tell you about our flooring because I don't think we've mentioned it. The thickness is 4.5 millimeters. It's got a 3.5 millimeter SPC core. I don't know what that means. A 12 mil wear layer, a 1 millimeter underlayment, and it's got a waterproof pad attached. This is about how thick it is. That's that pad it's talking about. It's waterproof and it helps with soundproofing. So you don't have to use a separate underlayment with it. And then it's the snap and click. We've watched a lot of videos about flooring. These people that we've watched, they use their knife, they score it, they pop it, they put it in, they go, and it's in. It's not like that. We've had a much more difficult time getting the pieces together. So let me show you a tool we bought that has helped us tremendously. We started this project without this tool, but I saw it on a video and it is called a pull bar, and you use the rubber mallet with it, and I mean, it was a lifesaver. It made all the difference in the world to help things snap together easier. And this is the rubber mallet we're using. You may also see us using these. We've got two of these, they're Granddad's. It's a little pry bar, it says. And these come in handy along the edges when we're trying to get in a tight spot. And at first we were just trying to use these before we got the Pro pull bar. And they were helpful, but this is the key right there. Other tools we're using for the floor include, of course, a utility knife. Hannah's working on the last piece for the day. We've made good progress in here. The hard part has been the doorway and the closet. But we got the doorway and the closet done. So tomorrow, we should be able to make excellent progress. Hopefully get at least another third. I don't know if this is a third or a fourth. This might be a fourth. Anyway.
It might be a third. It might, I think it's more than a fourth. That's just what I think. All right, now that we've gotten this far on the flooring, I thought that I would show you how we do it. We finally feel pretty confident with laying it and knowing how to do it and getting the pieces in and everything. It's the lock system, so it's got what we've referred to as a long end and a short end, and the sides are the same.
Long side and short side.
Long side and short side, that's right. And so we always do the end first because we found that that's the easiest. Here's the short end and it's going into a long end. So there's kind of a divot that it needs to go into. So I put it in at an angle like this and kind of slide it in and under. And it kind of also has to like lock up into the next piece. So you gotta kind of hold pressure on it as you lay it down to make sure that it's in. There's two different ways you can do it. A way I like to do it sometimes if it works out is I kind of hold it up at an angle like this and kind of wiggle. Sometimes the wiggle doesn't work. And this tool is absolutely essential if you're gonna lay this type of flooring. Before we got this, we were just completely losing our minds. It's a pull bar. We'll put a link in the description. So it goes down like this. This part's gonna hook over the flooring. And we got a rubber mallet. And we just kind of tap, tap gently because these metal or plastic or whatever end, they're kind of fragile. So if you bend them or chip them or something, then the next piece won't go in right. So you do have to be careful. But you just tap it in. And you can keep tapping until it's all the way in. But I like to try and wiggle it in, because if it'll wiggle in, there's less of a risk of breaking that outer part that I was showing you. And the almighty click, it doesn't always click, but sometimes it does, and it's so satisfying. And the key is, you go onto this seam of the top part that's showing, and you want to run your finger over it, and you need to almost not be able to tell that there's a seam there. All along here and on the end, and make sure you can't see it anywhere. Make sure everything's flush and flat, and it's going pretty well now.
Those tools were lifesavers.
Yes.
All right.
Must have.
Good job, Hannah.
Thank you.
Hey, Jess.
Yes, Mom. What you need?
I wondered if you were about ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if you'll clean up your money and get your backpack ready, then we'll be ready to go in a few minutes.
Alrighty, I'll do it. And we are getting ready to put up a fence. We decided on a temporary fence. We wanted to be able to bring the dogs here as soon as possible.
You like it, dear? It's been a couple weeks, I think, since we put the fence up. I just wanted to